So you know that trend on TikTok where that rapper Dax asks you to add your own unique verse to his song? I'm sure you know the most popular one of those videos.
Clock strikes 12. Midnight arrives.
Well, it turns out there are a lot of Five Nights at Freddy's versions of that trend, where animatronics sing and rap to their possessed heart's content. And with the second FNAF movie having just been released to the world, I thought now was as good a time as any to make my most heavily requested video and tier list some animatronic verses. Most of these verses, though not all of them, are from one creator called Bug Droid Cell, who's like the MVP of this FNAF trend. If I included every single FNAF verse in this video that's on TikTok, this video would be going on forever. So these are just the verses that I wanted to talk about. Maybe your favourite duet didn't make the cut. Maybe a verse you like I didn't place particularly highly. But that's because it's my video, alright? It's mine. I'll be going roughly in order of when each animatronic that drops a verse originally debuted in the series. And I do want to point out that none of these verses are bad. There are ones I like more than others, of course, but even my least favourite is still solid in places. So, well done FNAF fans. Anyway, let's start the video.
You're insane, you're in pain, I can tell by what you're saying, but...
I'm Freddy Fazchair. I'm gonna get you and I'm gonna make you.
This is actually a really good song. It's got what sounds like some nice melodic R&B influences, at least that's what it sounds like to me. As does a lot of Bug Droid Cell's music going forwards. A lot of FNAF music in the past has had quite an electronic, abrasive sound to it, which really works. But I like that Bug Droid Cell has taken it in the opposite direction and created FNAF music that is really smooth.
Freddy Fazchair. I'm gonna get you and I'm gonna make you cry.
And this also really works, and it's very solid.
I'm Golden Freddy. I like to scare, and when I scare, I become a nightmare.
So I actually made another video which features this verse and me talking about it, and I don't want to repeat myself too much, so you can go and watch that video if you want to know my more in-depth thoughts. But yeah, I think this verse is just really funny, and I think it's iconic as well.
I'm Toy Freddy and you better be ready, cause when we come down, yeah, we're gonna have a...
So, in this song, Toy Freddy's verse, in my opinion, is basically an upgraded version of the original Freddy's verse. Foxy's verse is okay. I do like the fact that he jumps in. But there's something about the vocal effects for me that just make it sound like Foxy's verse was recorded on a way worse mic than the one that Toy Freddy's verse was recorded on.
With the light and a mask that you keep on. I need it all.
And look, I get that what sounds like bad audio quality is meant to be representative of Foxy's withered and destroyed state. But I think they've gone a bit overboard with the vocal effects to the point where it just sounds more grating than anything else, in my opinion. Also, maybe I'm being a bit of a prude, but the lines about wanting to test Toy Chica, if you know what I mean, just come off as a bit gross.
Toy Chica's just right down the hall. My Chica's broken or withered and bust. Time for a new one. Test it I must.
I think that the Toy Chica being hot joke has been kind of done to death at this point. Plus, Foxy canonically is being controlled by the soul of a child, which makes me feel a bit iffy about those innuendos.
She is such a bad bitch though.
There are some real pros and cons to this song, but overall, I would say it's more memorable than the original Freddy Fazbear verse. So, if you pardon the expression, it just edges ahead of that one.
Bruh.
Ignited, you've been frightened. I am a demon and your name is...
I don't think the person who made this verse is untalented per se, but it just doesn't fit with FNAF in my opinion. Firstly, the rapping voice doesn't match the character. Pretty much all the other voices sound like their character.
I need it all.
Or at least have some sort of deep gravitas to their voices to make them sound at least somewhat imposing.
I'm Freddy Fazchair.
But this one really doesn't. I don't think of Ignited Bonnie when I hear this song. I think of an American teenager. It's fine to be a teenager, obviously, but you see what I'm saying here. The voice really doesn't match the character.
1, 2, 3, bang, 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 license 2, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, bang, 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 license 2, 2, 3.
Also, when you hear a song from the point of view of a FNAF animatronic, you'd probably expect to hear lines about ghosts, or murderers, or pizzerias. You really wouldn't expect to hear lines about guns
License 2, 2, 3.
and semen.
I am a demon and your name is from when you were a semen.
Those lines just take me out of the song, to be honest, and come across as just random more than anything else. I think the creator who made this song has talent, and I'd encourage them to keep making verses, but maybe just not verses about FNAF, because I think their talents lie elsewhere.
I'm Shadow Freddy, I'm so awesome and black. I'm
There's nothing funny about being black. Nah, this verse is alright. There are ones I find funnier on this list. There are ones I find worse on this list. It's okay.
You cannot escape me, so don't even try. Now I'm at your door. Say goodbye.
This is just fire. I really like how the sound effects are worked into this song, especially the balloon boy voice lines.
Ventilation is starting to run low. I'm creeping near, better cue the audio.
The voice of William Afton is spot on, and it manages to be melodic while still keeping William's raspy, coarse voice.
You are walking graveyard trying to make your greens. I'm a murder robot trying to make a scene.
The only thing is the very first line could have used another take, maybe. The words kind of sound like they're tripping over themselves.
You can give up now, sit down, you can never leave.
That is such a nitpick, but the first impression of any song is really important. But other than that quite minor issue, it's still a great verse.
I'm Springtrap. I have a knife.
This is a different verse from Willie A, but more so having fully embraced his Springtrap persona. I really like this because Bug Droid Cell is abandoning good flows and lines and just does a funny song. And I think it really works. The line about stabbing is really funny.
I stab, and it's nice.
And the coughing manages to be on beat pretty much.
Oh God.
It's just really funny, and I actually think this is my favourite out of the two Afton / Springtrap verses.
I'm Phantom Freddy and I'm not even real. I'm Phantom Freddy, make sure those vents seal.
This is okay. It's a little bit offbeat. I think the vocals are a bit quiet, so they get a little bit drowned out in the background music. But other than that, you can tell that this creator really tried. It was a very valiant effort. I like mixing up the rapping and the singing voices.
I'm Phantom Foxy, I'ma rock your body. Better bring up that Zelda, wanna watermelon shorty.
Watermelon shorty is a great line. I've always thought Phantom Chica looks like a watermelon. Yeah, not amazing. It's okay. I like it.
You're insane. You're in pain. I can tell by what you're saying, but...
I'm Nightmare Freddy and I'm in your head. I'm Nightmare Freddy and I'm in your bed.
This is the GOAT. There's not much to say about this verse that hasn't been said already, but it is as good as everybody says. I like Fredbear showing up to end the song, which feels very fitting as a climax.
Just like a 37,
Actually, Fredbear didn't cause the bite of 87, he caused the bite of 83.
And Nightmare Freddy's verse is equal parts smooth, melodic, really catchy, and really funny.
Better flash your lights, trap the holes all night, flash the closet too, better flash it twice.
The weak point for me is, again, Foxy's quite grating voice, but he only has one line. And because it's so short, he actually does add a little bit of texture to the song without staying too long to get annoying.
Flash your light or you will die.
Also, it got a really cool animated music video from El Vitorio. is definitely how you say it. And that just makes the whole thing really cool, in my opinion.
The show was requested of me. I will act performatively.
See, I'm very split on this one. The vocals are actually, dare I say, quite beautiful. The harmonizing between Freddy and Bonbon especially is really impressive.
We're just starting to have so much fun.
But it's the vocal effects that really bring this down for me, and end up making it equal parts beautiful and really quite grating on the ears, which is a shame.
Why do you wanna run away?
This does have the makings of one of the best verses, but for me, at least, those vocal effects do make it, at the end of the day, just okay, which is a shame.
Nice meeting all of the secrets you've been keeping.
What an ambitious song. I really recommend you listen to this song yourself, because I can't explain it in a way that quite does it justice. It's not the most song-sounding song, and what I mean by that is the Nightmare Freddy verse, for example, actually sounds like something you might listen to on Spotify.
I'm Nightmare Freddy and I'm in your head. I'm Nightmare Freddy and I'm in your bed.
Whereas this song doesn't really sound like that.
If an animatronic acts inappropriately, the appropriate thing is to shock them.
But what it lacks in sounding like a real song, it very much makes up for in ambition. And the plot twist that happens halfway through is a song with a plot twist, which is really cool.
I'm sorry to interrupt your music, Elizabeth. If you even still remember that name. But I'm sorry, but you've been misinformed.
Yeah, I gotta say, it's pretty amazing.
I'm Glamrock Freddy. I keep that mic steady, but you better run it high, cause my friends they bite. But
This one is by no means bad, but it's not good. It just doesn't really do anything for me. It's quite offbeat, and I wouldn't say the lines are funny. You know, I could take it or leave it. Not very memorable.
I'm Shreddy Fazchair. I'm from the Freddy Fazchair movie. I'm Shreddy Fazchair.
This is a song about a random bit of machinery from the first FNAF film, and it's been given a really great name in Shreddy Fazchair. I wouldn't say the individual lines for this verse are that funny, but the premise alone of a singing bit of machinery thing does the heavy lifting in the comedy department. Overall, this is really solid.
You're insane. You're in pain. I can tell by what you're saying, but...
I don't get it. I don't know who Bear 5 is, but that just makes it better, in my opinion. This verse really doesn't outstay its welcome. It just screams at you for a bit. I'm confused in the best way. Oh yeah, I find it really funny, and it's very solid. So, what did you think of this tier list, and would you order it any differently? Thank you very much for watching this video. If you'd like to support me, you can buy me a coffee with the link in the description, or failing that, of course, you can always like and subscribe. I'll also put a link in the description for you to make your own tier list based off this template, if that's what you're into. And with that, I've run out of things to say. So,